Hey everybody, this is Dustin, RV Specialist. So I'm up here on a Arctic Fox camper, and I just figured I might as well, I'm still up here, so I might as well do some more videos on it. What I wanted to talk about was the lap sealants in our industry. And so this particular coach, as you can see, this little wide band, that's actually an Eternabond tape that was put underneath this at some point, and then the insert or the molding, the belt line molding was applied, and then they went back in the day and they sealed the edge of it, which is actually great because a lot of times this tape will shrink up this way, make little toothpick journals, and will allow water to go back underneath of it. So on this particular unit, all this sealant, as you can see how bad it's dried out and cracked up over the years, all this completely needs to be removed all the way down. Obviously the roof hasn't been being cleaned for a long time and it's got like a mold on it. All the other sealants around everything are in the same fashion. They're all dried out, cracked, and separated. You can see that he's had some different patches and some different tears. There's actually a little cut here, and then further down right there, there's quite a big cut in the membrane too that Dave was talking about. So, gutters are broken loose and gone. So we're going to ask if we can go ahead and replace those when we do the body reseal. This, on every unit, there is some kind of either a rail for maybe it's a slide out topper, an awning, a side seam, a roof line edge molding. There is some type of a molding that comes to secure against the wall to hold down the membrane, right? And so when we talk about in other videos, resealing the edge, we're talking about tightening up the molding because the molding is loose, scraping all this stuff off, resealing along this edge with a non-sag sealant. Use whatever brand you want, but here in California, the best that we've had luck with has been the Dicor that's been around forever. And that's your Pepsi and Coke for our industry is, Dicor Alpha. We're not Alpha fans at all. We prefer the Dicor. So, make sure you're changing your insert moldings, make sure you're sealing your side edges, make sure you're keeping an eye on your rain gutters that are broken off, get those replaced. All your sealants around your light lenses, your light bases underneath, which is like this. The light lenses itself, when they start getting spider cracks and weird discolorations, and then when you start seeing dirt and stuff get in them and behind them, then you know that they're leaking. I just did a video on that on the same unit. So, but I just wanted to give you some extra tips and advice. This sealant, once it's new, right? So let's say whether you had a Eternabond tape on here, or that's a nightmare to remove that too, by the way. But whether you had a patch tape over it or you have sealant on there, this sealant can last extremely long time if it's properly cared for, right? So people are always saying, oh, my RV leaked, dead manufacturer, this, that. Well, I want you to think of it as like you bought a starter printer. It comes with a printer cartridge that's only going to print like 250 pages, and that's it. Then you go down to the store and you go, I'm here to get a printer cartridge, and they go, well, we have this standard one that prints however many 2,000 pages, or we have this XL that prints 5,000 pages. And then you go, okay, well, give me the big one. And you go, damn, that's so expensive, right? Well, you get what you pay for, right? So when they're sealing these roofs, typically they're sealing them very thin in order to get them to dry, give it a basic seal so that it goes out, and then people don't know that I need to scrub the sealant and keep it clean. And so they don't know that they need to take it in quite regularly. They don't know that, hey, maybe I'm driving it too rough and shaking the heck out of it. And so when whether you have a new roof and you're seeing this video or an old roof with all deteriorated right here, again, what happens is the sealant, and this is some fresh sealant, this sealant has a, like a food grade type oil, some kind of oil in it. I'm not a chemist, but the oil that's in it, when it gets hot, it's designed to stay soft and flexible to move and expand and contract. When it gets hot, the oil bleeds out, then the dust and dirt sticks to it. When it sticks to it, it now extracts the oils out of the product, causing it to shrink, dry, and crack. And then when you get it shrink, dry, and crack, then you get it where it shrinks, dries, and cracks and goes all the way through and screws something up. And then before the guy says, hey, I don't see nothing in the inside. Mine's not leaking. Mine's never leaked. Well, okay. yeah. You know, we'll see you in another year or two with it all dry rotted and nasty and mold and stinking and all that fun stuff. But, you know, go back to my main thing is, if there's fresh sealant on it, let's say you're a 1-year-old, 2-year-old, and there is no cracking, and it hasn't shrunk and cracked this bad, you want to take either like a rubber roof soap. So this is a TPO roof. There's traditional rubber roofs. There's PVC roofs. There's a bunch of other ones. Again, I'm not going to go into the chemistry of all of it, but there's several different types of membranes, whether it be fiberglass, aluminum. All the sealants need to be cleaned to remove the dirt off of there, to keep it from extracting the oils in the products, and then that will protect it. Now you can scrub it and clean it, and then after you've scrubbed it and clean it, you can go back and with like a UV treatment, and 303 makes some. Every major product manufacturer company, Dicor, Alpha, Camco, AP Products, I mean, it just goes on, Thetford, they all are in our industry. They all make sealants for our industry. They all make a treatment to go on this material. Do you have to treat it? No. You don't have to take a bath either, right? So they tell you, you know, some different manufacturers, oh, just wash it with Dawn dish soap, or wash it with this, or wash it with that, because they don't want you to go up here and put the wrong stuff on and ruin or damage the roof or ruin or damage the sealants and then say, well, you never told me what to clean it with. So let's take a bar of soap. Soap is soap, right? But except for when it comes to your wife's, right? So if you go tell your wife, hey, here's a bar of soap, babe, wash your hair with that, she's going to slap the bejesus out of you. So anyways, make sure you do your research, get the right chemicals to clean the sealants, get the right chemicals to treat the sealants, get the right chemicals to clean and treat the roofs. It's actually something that's different than what you would use on the body. And then same thing, you know, we talk about sealants and silicones. There's thousands of different silicones. And so there's silicones that are made for our industry, silicones that are made for fiberglass and Phylon and rubber and so on. And so just because people say, oh, silicone doesn't stick, this and that, well, you're not doing something right, because we've been silicone coaches here since 2003. So anyways, I'll quit bitching and rattling on. Hope you enjoy these. I guess I'm getting grumpy in my old age, my ripe old age of, I just turned 51. And if you've been following us, you also seen that I have a brand new daughter, and then my youngest son is 30. So, you know, I guess I'm just become a fussy old man. So anyways, hope these tips help you. You know, I would scrape all this stuff off by hand, plastic scraper, hair dryer, heat gun, wipe it all down with Acrosol or Cosmoline, get it as clean as possible. It doesn't leave a film of residue. Then I would go back and either re-Eternabond tape on it, or I would go ahead and use self-level silicone. In this case, if this was mine, I would actually remove this molding, check back in there, inject in there with sealants, lay it back down, resecure it back down, put putty underneath of it in a bed of sealant, put the molding back down, reseal over the top, so that I would have like 3 to 4 areas that water could not get in here to damage this cap. But that's just me. I'm a little bit over the top on stuff. So, all right. Well, hey, folks, sorry for keeping you stuck in this one little position, but I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks so much for watching and following. Have a great day. Dustin, your Rubber Specialist.